Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and there's a lot of XRP flying around. Here is a headline from crypto media outlet You Today. Ripple giant shifts 50 million XRP while receiving 17 million from Binance. It's interesting. So with the last quarterly markets report, we discovered, I believe that's where we discovered that. Yeah, that sounds right. That's when we discovered that Ripple was actually not just selling XRP, but also purchasing XRP when it makes sense in terms of balancing liquidity. And from what I've seen now, there's an increasing number of stories out about XRP being sent to Ripple, which almost certainly would mean it's a purchase of XRP, and it's almost always from Binance. It's just an observation. So anyway, I'm going to cover this story, and then I have this, which I found to be quite interesting, from Smarterium. Ripple news today. Is Ripple responsible for the spike in MoneyGram transaction growth? October 14th, 2020. Lots to talk about in this particular Moon Lambeau video. It's going to be one hot jam. If you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, go ahead and treat yourself, girl, by subscribing to the Moon Lambeau channel, which is the best channel on all of the YouTubes. There isn't even a close second. Baller's status. I think you all know that, though. All right, let's go ahead and dive in now. XRPL Monitor bot has made public knowledge the fact that over the past 20 hours, tech behemoth Ripple, which is now considering exchanging San Francisco for a jurisdiction that will be more crypto-friendly, has wired 50 million XRP. Now, probably most of you know what they're talking about there when they write that, but in case you've been living in a cave, get your XRP and Ripple news in a more timely manner, damn it, because for a number of days now it has been in the news that, two bigwigs at Ripple, including Chris Larson, co-founder of Ripple, as well as Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, have been talking about how Ripple, the company, is actually considering leaving the United States, putting their headquarters somewhere else yet to be determined, right? But anyway, the transactions were made between Ripple wallets, Ripple and RL18-VN. And in fiat, this amounts to $12.7 million, so more than a little bit. 10 million XRP were transferred to Bitstamp, Ripple's on-demand liquidity corridor in Luxembourg, Europe. So that part's not surprising. Like, anytime you see these stories, I always like checking, because I'm always hoping there's going to be some sort of partner, which, I mean, technically you do get some weird outlier transactions that usually results in more questions, frankly, than anything else. But I'm always looking for transactions that are going to entities, especially if it's from Ripple. That'd be a fun thing to catch, because Ripple's only selling XRP and moving XRP to specific key partners. And, specifically cryptocurrency exchanges that are pools of liquidity via RippleNet's on-demand liquidity. And so I always hope when I go through these that you're going to see something a little bit peculiar. And sometimes you do, actually, here. But as far as Bitstamp, that's a known partner that's been partnered with Ripple as an on-demand liquidity partner for some time now. But Binance trading giant has also transferred 13 million XRP to Ripple, allegedly moving redundant XRP stock. So there you go. It's got to be just another buyback there, right? Let's jump into this piece now from Smarterium, again titled "Ripple News Today: Is Ripple responsible for the spike in MoneyGram transaction growth?" Now, just for fun, I'm going to pull this up because they're talking about transaction growth, but I haven't covered MoneyGram's stock price in some time, and so I just Googled it real quick. It just popped up in Google results, which is sufficient for the purposes of this video. But you can see the latest price, $4.23, and consider that here, maybe we could do 1 year. So it's been over 1 year since they partnered. Actually, yeah, so I'd have to hit the 5-year chart, wouldn't I? But when the announcement was made that Ripple had partnered with MoneyGram, the stock price, there's the lowest I can see, $1.39 for one share of MoneyGram. Today at $4.23, and so obviously it just like instantly caused their price to just shoot up, and then there was some retracement, and it did come down a bit since then, but rising back up. And it seems to me, and you'll share with you some details in this article right now, but it seems to me that the path that they're on really a couple ways to look at it. In terms of price action, yeah, think Ripple. You are welcome, MoneyGram. And then in terms of transaction growth, as you'll see here, they've really changed the way that they're going to market in a notable way, which is what led them to being open-minded enough to partner with a company like Ripple specifically. And I would not be the least bit surprised if a lot of these developments, because MoneyGram's been making some notable moves, and I've been highlighting them on the channel here. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these connections are in some way facilitated through Ripple. Not that Ripple's in some sort of secret way signing contracts with them. I'm just saying from just a relationship perspective. But here's what they had to say. Ripple News today. When Ripple announced a partnership with MoneyGram, the entire XRP community was happy and looked forward to the positive benefits of this partnership with Ripple. Not Moon Lambo. Moon Lambo was sour that day. I said, this is a bad idea. No, I didn't. Is there anybody that didn't think that was good? The answer is yes, actually, and it would be Bitcoin maxi trolls. They thought that it was a terrible thing, and Ripple is just paying MoneyGram to use their technology that wasn't actually solving a problem, which is hysterical to me. But anyway, at the time, MoneyGram's stocks increased significantly, and since then, MoneyGram has continued to record major progress and advancements in the remittance field. Their focus on digitalization has been welcomed by their customers across the globe. And in September, the company recorded a 161% surge in transaction volume, and this was the 9th consecutive month that MoneyGram was recording a 3-digit spike in transaction volume. Members of the XRP community have been debating on the primary cause of this spike. Hey, and fair enough. I appreciate that people in our community care enough to have such discussions. But in a press release by Alex Holmes, the CEO of MoneyGram, I said that there has been an incredible increase in the number of active users on the website. In his words, quote, "Over the past few months, we have continued to drive a phenomenal increase in monthly active users on our leading app, as our customers remain loyal to our unmatched user experience and continue to refer their friends and family to the trusted MoneyGram brand." And so while the Bitcoin maxi troll types out there think that this is stupid and you're just you're working with this stupid archaic system that we should broom it, we should just brush it to the side because we don't need remittance firms and banks, right? We can just move cryptocurrency around the planet ourselves. Except for the problem that people have no interest in onboarding themselves into the world of crypto. It seems dangerous to a lot of people. It's ridiculously complex. There are not, by and large, good user interfaces. And so what's happening right now is you are seeing a digitalization in terms of the way that money moves around the planet, yes, but specifically, the most exciting thing ultimately is that XRP is fundamentally it's actually being used in enterprise-ready software today in the background, and you don't have to worry about teaching your retail customers how to use cryptocurrency. And so maybe it'll be the case that you get to the point, things evolve in such a way that in the future, okay, maybe it'll be the case where remittance companies and banks like this is not going to be a primary way that people move money around the planet. But my gosh, that would be a hell of a long time from now. It would be a very long time. And right now, the only solution for the train wreck that is the world of global cross-border payments, and specifically the settlement portion, does require XRP because no other cryptocurrency is being positioned for that use case, period. Now, making digitalization a priority has allowed MoneyGram to compete with new generation fintech firms. Part of this digitization was the partnership MoneyGram entered with blockchain services firm Ripple. Everyone knows that Ripple's services make things easier and cheaper for traditional financial institutions without risking security. So, it's safe to say that Ripple's relationship with MoneyGram has been more than productive and would continue to benefit the firm in the long run. As the transaction volume on MoneyGram increased, the MGI stock also increased by more than 13%. And do you ever wonder what the MGI, the MoneyGram stock price, would be today had they not partnered with Ripple? I'm guessing probably wouldn't be looking quite as pretty. I think it brought a lot of additional attention to MoneyGram as well. But anyway, a while ago, MoneyGram announced that it was expanding its already existing partnership with Walmart. Both companies have been working hand in hand since 2018 on a remittance service. And thanks to strong partnerships over the years, MoneyGram has survived several economic difficulties, including the most recent pandemic, which we've been enjoying so much in this dumpster fire of a year that is 2020. But ultimately, what's going to happen, I believe, is that you will see more corridors built out, and then existing partners, whether it's Walmart or whatever, pick whoever, it doesn't matter, whoever they're working with, in corridors where MoneyGram's operating, where on-demand liquidity comes in, XRP starts getting used. And for that to happen, don't forget, that does mean that somebody somewhere must be holding XRP for this to happen. You're talking about market makers. You're talking about XRP that somebody else no longer can buy to speculate on because a market maker that's holding it for the purposes of conducting actual business is holding it. Supply and demand, my friends. This is why it's crystal clear to me. And it's not only that it literally works and we know that. It's not some sort of science experiment. There is no other solution. So that's why when I see all of this, even when there's news just about Ripple not getting adopted and it's not about a new on-demand liquidity partner, I love it because I see what's coming and I understand the challenges that Ripple is facing, to the extent that a person that's not working there in the inner circle would know, like to the extent that it's possible to know that. I do understand why they're having trouble. It's not that something's fundamentally wrong. They've got plenty of actual demand. There's just not enough liquidity of XRP, and it's not that there's something fundamentally wrong just with XRP markets. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the entire crypto asset class being supremely illiquid. That's it. But all good things in time, it shall come, and that's why I believe, in a nutshell, that's one of many reasons that XRP will be worth substantially more than it is today. But I don't know how patient I'm going to have to be, but it doesn't bother me. I don't start to get antsy. I don't know if some of you out there are like that. I'm sure some people listen like, oh my God, it's not doing anything, so that well. I don't ever feel like that. I don't. I really don't. I'm just counting other people feeling like that, and I think a certain percentage of them will feel that, and then the emotion will kick in, and then they'll sell and miss out. And hey, if that's what they want to do, they should do that. Buy or sell, whatever you want to do, or hold. I don't care. Don't affect Moon Lambo. I'm just saying I'm not going to participate that way. So anyway, but I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Well, I'll say this first. So. To what degree is Ripple a factor in terms of the transaction growth? Indirectly, perhaps substantially. Directly, it depends on what you're talking about. In terms of the actual growth, I don't know if there's enough evidence to indicate that it's some sort of huge part, but I do think it matters, right? I think that's probably reasonable speculation there. And I think that as more on-demand liquidity corridors do come online, you will see, that's when you're really going to see a surge, because Alex Holmes has made it public that he wants to onboard usage of XRP in a more meaningful way. It's just you can't just magically make corridors happen. So all good things in time. But anyway, I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.